Maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman kagalangin kailanman.
Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, hindi ang sanggit ng lagi ay inulipan. Dansa ang lahat, kulay sa kinabukasan. Servisyo ay pangulong ko,
Good morning. Nari naririnig po ba ako from procurement?
Yes, yes po, attorney.
Okay, thank you. Sige po. So, good morning again, everyone. Today is November 6, 2024, Wednesday, and the Bits and Awards Committee of Regional Office number 4A of the Department of Public Works and Highways is convening for the public conference for various civil works contracts, uh, contract for supply of goods and services, and one consultancy contract. This is for the opening of the technical proposal of the consultancy proposal that has been submitted to us. Okay, in attendance for the back, we have Engineer Marisa Aguzar, Chief of the QAHC, back regular member for all types of procurement. Engineer Michael Jeffrey Hamyas, Chief of the Maintenance Division, representing the division as implementing unit for civil works projects, and Engineer Robert Naval, Chief of the Construction Division, representing the division for civil works contracts also. We also have the members of the Secretariat and Technical Working Group assisting us today in the procurement activities. Okay? Para po organize tayo, we will first start with the civil works contracts, and then next po yung supply of goods and services. Okay, for today's activities, we also have invited our observers to attend from the Commission on Audit, CCWI, NACAP, PCCI. Although as of this time, we have yet to enter our virtual meeting room. We are live streaming our procurement activities via YouTube platform for the purpose of recording and of course transparency of the procurement activities. Also in attendance is Engineer Levy Katipunan Jr., Chief of the Equipment Management Division, as implementing unit for the contract for supply of goods and services. So we have a quorum.
Good morning po.
Morning, sir. So we have a quorum po for the civil works and supply of goods and services. Okay. So let's start again with the civil works contracts for the resource persons. Kindly introduce yourself po and then you may begin.
Hello po, good morning. I'm engineer from Equipment Management Division.
My dear, sa
For
civil
today, let
works,
me share my screen first.
diba?
Civil
Good morning, everyone. I'm Engineer Jara Makalalad from the Construction Division. And for today's PBID conference, I will present the technical component of the project that will be implemented by this division. Contract ID number 25D052, access road leading to Calatagan Port, Calatagan, Batangas. Part A, facilities for the engineer. 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis per month. 8.1.26, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, vehicle month. 8.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month, provision of one SLR camera and printing of 3R-sized progress photographs to record the exact progress of the contract works, photos taken before, during, and after the work implementation to be submitted per month, duly signed by the contractor provided with albums. For Part B, other general requirements. B.5 project billboard or signboard each. B.71 occupational safety and health program per month. B.81 traffic management per month. B.9 mobilization demobilization lump sum. Showing you the DPWH standard project billboard. Minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors for contract ID number 25D052. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Contract ID number 25D052, access road leading to Calatagan Port, Calatagan, Batangas. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout plan and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Scope of work. Road opening and construction of roads for 2 lanes and 4 lanes carriageway, including construction of gabion, slope protection, RCPC drainage structure, and miscellaneous structures. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Project engineer and materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited project engineer 2 and materials engineer 2 respectively. Construction safety officer with cost training. Approved budget for the contract is 175,038,455 pesos and contract duration is 300 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction, PCCP. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. That's all po for the technical component of the project under Construction Division.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Engineer Julia Latayan from Maintenance Division, and I'm here to present to you the technical components of the projects implemented by this division. Contract ID number 24D00295, construction of Tagaytay Tourist Iconic Tower Phase 6, Barangay KAYBAGAL South, Tagaytay City. Contract ID number 24D00296, construction of multipurpose facilities, Barangay KAYBAGAL South, Tagaytay City, Cavite, Phase 9. Contract ID number 24D00297, construction of multipurpose facilities, Barangay KAYBAGAL South, Tagaytay City, Cavite, Phase 9. Contract ID number 24D00298, construction of evacuation centers, Region 4A, Atimonan, Quezon. Contract ID number 25D00066, construction of new Cavite Naval Hospital, Level 1, Naval Station, PASCUAL, LEDESMA, Cavite City, Cavite, Phase 2. Items of work. For the facilities for the engineer, 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis per month. 8.1.26, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, vehicle per month. 8.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month. Part B, other general requirements. B.31, permits and clearances, lump sum. For contract ID numbers 24D00298 and 25D00066. B.51, project billboard, signboard each. B.71, occupational safety and health program, lump sum. B.91, mobilization, demobilization, lump sum. B.21, temporary fence, lump sum. For contract IDs number 24D295, 296, 297, and 25D66. B.221, support equipment, lump sum. For contract ID numbers 24295, 296, and 24297. Showing you the DPWH standard project billboard. The minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors for contract ID numbers 24295, 296, 298, and 2566. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for medium contractors. The minimum material testing equipment for large contractors for contract ID number 24D00297. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for large contractors. For contract ID number 24295, construction of Tagaytay Tourist Iconic Tower Phase 6. Showing you the perspective and site development plan. Basement floor plan. Typical level. Maintenance level. Restaurant level 1. Restaurant level 2. View deck. View deck open. Machine room level. Tank deck level. For the scope of work, for structural, concrete beams and girders from TS1 to TS6, suspended slabs from TS1 to TS6, shear wall, retaining wall, and stairs from TS1 to TS6. For the equipment requirements, showing you the minimum major equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 144,750,000 pesos and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 RA 11975, regular 2024 current. Per contract ID number 24D00296, construction of multipurpose facilities, phase 9. Showing you the perspective, vicinity map, and site development plan. Basement floor plan. Typical level TS1 to TS11. Maintenance level. Restaurant level 1. Restaurant level 2. View deck closed. View deck open. Machine room level. Tank deck level. For the scope of work, for structural, all reinforced concrete columns, stairs from second floor to TS1. For plumbing, sanitary and water line rough-ins from lower ground floor to TS6. For electrical, conduits, boxes and fittings rough-ins, wires and wiring devices. For mechanical, fire protections living works. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 99 million pesos and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 RA 11975, regular 2024 current. Per contract ID number 24D00297, construction of multipurpose facilities, phase 9. Showing you the perspective, vicinity map, and site development plan. Basement floor plan. Typical level TS1 to TS11. Maintenance level. Restaurant level 1. Restaurant level 2. View deck closed. View deck open. Machine room level 1. Tank deck level. Ground floor plan and second floor plan. For the scope of work, for structural, foundation works, concrete beams and girders from foundation to mall roof, suspended slabs from lower ground floor to mall roof, shear wall, retaining wall, stairs from lower ground floor to mall roof. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 495 million pesos. The contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 RA 11975, regular 2024 current. For contract ID number 24D00298, construction of evacuation centers, Region 4A, Atimonan, Quezon. Showing you the perspective, inside lot and corner lot. Ground floor plan. For the scope of work, the construction project entails the development of a permanent evacuation center, multipurpose covered court, incorporating various facilities and features, including a laundry and drying area, material recovery facility, cistern tank, mess hall equipped with kitchen, administrative office, storage area, and a play area accompanied by a breastfeeding room. Additionally, the project will integrate a conjugal space, distinct male and female toilet and bath facilities with accommodations for persons with disabilities, a clinic, and a prayer room. Moreover, the project will be enhanced with a fire protection system and a generator set, complete with a dedicated generator room. Painting works are not included. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirement for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 41,495,000 pesos. The contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 RA 11975, regular 2024 current. For contract ID number 25D00066, construction of new Cavite Naval Hospital, Level 1, Naval Station, Pascual Ledesma, Cavite City, Cavite, Phase 2. Showing you the sewage treatment plant foundation plan. STP foundation framing plan. genset foundation framing plan, and genset roof framing plan. Showing you the foundation plan, ground floor framing plan, elevation floor framing plan, elevation 6 floor plate framing plan, elevation 9 floor framing plan, and elevation of water tank column schedule. For the scope of work, for genset building, 2 units. For structural foundation works, all isolated footings and slab on grade, all concrete beams and concrete columns, all suspended slabs for roof deck. For architectural, waterproofing of roof deck, fiber cement for ceiling, cement floor finish, 150 mm CHP walls, louver type walls, wall plaster finish, painting works for masonry, steel doors and frames. For electrical, panel board with main and branch breaker, wires and wiring devices, lighting fixtures and lamps, conduits, boxes and fittings, grounding system, wirings and generators. For elevated water tank for structural, foundation works, all isolated footings and slab on grade, all concrete beams and concrete columns, all suspended slabs for roof decks, structural steel for ladder and support. For architectural, waterproofing for roof decks, cement floor finish, fiber cement ceiling, 150 mm CHB walls, wall plaster finish, painting works, and steel doors. For plumbing, plumbing line works, cold water lines, water tank, and pumping system. For electrical, panel board with main and branch breakers, lighting fixtures and lamps, wires and wiring devices, wirings, conduit, boxes and fittings, grounding systems. For sewage treatment plant, for structural, foundation works, all isolated footings and slab on grade, all concrete beams and concrete columns, roof truss, purlins and sagrads, STP walls, mount foundation and slab, wall fence. For architectural, cement floor finish, fiber cement ceiling, 150 mm CHB walls, cement plaster finish, painting works, louver doors and windows, roofing works and railings. For plumbing, sewage treatment plant, dynamic sequential batch reactor. For electrical, grounding system, lighting fixtures and lamps, conduit, boxes and fittings. For mechanical air conditioning units for auxiliary buildings, outpatient department, dietary, laundry and linen, engineering and maintenance, central waste storage, property and supply, cadaver holding area. For plumbing septic tanks for auxiliary buildings, outpatient department, doctors and nurses quarters, dietary, laundry and linen, engineering and maintenance, cadaver holding area. For structural steel stairs for auxiliary buildings, outpatient department. For main building, for plumbing, plumbing line works. For electrical, wirings, conduit, boxes and fittings. For mechanical, ventilation works. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 96,500,000 pesos and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Thank you po. That's all for the technical components for the projects implemented by Maintenance Division. For the legal and financial components for the projects implemented both by Construction and Maintenance Division, for the bid data sheet, ITB Clause 5.2. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of works, which shall be 1. The following is the major category of works involved in the contract to be bid. 2. The following are the similar categories of works that shall be considered in the evaluation of the work experience required for the contractor to bid. ITB Clause 10.3. The required PCAB license for this contract is as follows. For contract ID numbers 24295, 24296, 24298, and 2566, for license categories B, license classification, medium A. For contract ID number 2552, license category A, license classification, medium B. For contract ID number 24297, license category AAAA and AAA. License classification large B. ITB Clause 10.4. ITB Clause 10.5. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Please refer to DO 11 series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment and DO 127 series of 2018 strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. ITB Clause 15.1. The bid security shall be limited to a bid securing declaration or one of the following forms in accordance with the following amounts. 1. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, or manager's check, bank draft, guaranteed or irrevocable letter of credit. 2. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. ITB Clause 22. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address of receipt of bids submitted manually is at Bidding Room, DPWH Region 4A, Canlubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna, and electronically should be submitted at electronicbids_R4A at dpwh.gov.ph. The deadline of receipt of bids is on November 19, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. For special conditions of contract, GCC Clause 4.1, the procuring entity shall give possession of the site to the constructor upon the receipt of the notice to proceed. The start date should not be later than 7 calendar days from its issuance of receipt of the notice to proceed. GCC Clause 7.2. In case of semi-permanent structures, such as buildings of types 1, 2, and 3, as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, concrete or asphalt roads, concrete river control, drainage, irrigation line canals, river landing, deep wells, rock causeway, pedestrian overpass, and other similar semi-permanent structures, 5 years. Per contract ID number 2552. In case of permanent structures, such as buildings of types 4 and 5, as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete, which comply with relative structural codes, such as but not limited to steel or concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, sewerage, sewerage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures, 15 years. Per contract ID numbers 24295, 24296, 24297, 24298, and 2566. GCC Clause 11.1. The contractor shall submit the program of work schedule to the procuring entity's representative within 10 days from the receipt of the notice of award. 11.2. The period between program of work updates is 1 or 30 days. The amount to be withheld for late submission of an updated program of work is 1% of every progress billing of the contractor. GCC Clause 30. The amount and schedule of the advance payment is 15% of the contract amount in lump sum. 14. Materials and equipment delivered on site but not completely put in place shall not be included for payment. 15.1. The date by which as-built drawings are required is 30 calendar days from completion of the project. 15.2. The amount to be withheld for failing to supply the as-built drawings by the date required is 10% of the final contract price. Bid security. Bidders are allowed to choose any of the following forms: cash, cashier's check, manager's check, issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2% of ABC, bank draft or guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. If issued by a foreign bank, it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank, 2% of ABC. Surety bond, callable upon the bond, issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5% of ABC, or bid securing declaration. For the submission of bids, important notice: bids and bid securities shall be valid within 120 calendar days from the opening of bids. For the amount of bank guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit or cash, cashier's check or manager's check, 2% of ABC. For contract ID number 24295, 2,895,000 pesos. For contract ID number 24296, 1,980,000 pesos. For contract ID number 24297, 9,900,000 pesos. For contract ID number 24298, 829,900 pesos. For contract ID number 2552, 3,500,769 pesos and 10 cents. For contract ID number 2566, 1,930,000 pesos. For surety bond, 5% of ABC, Contract ID number 24295, 7,237,000 pesos, 500. For contract ID number 24296, 4,950,000 pesos. For contract ID number 24297, 24,750,000 pesos. For contract ID number 24298, 2,074,750 pesos. For contract ID number 2552, 8,751,922 pesos and 75 cents. For contract ID number 2566, 4,825,000 pesos. Showing you the checklist of legal and technical requirements of the bid proposal. For the submission of bids, two envelope system, documentary requirements duly signed, paginated with ear tags and book bound for technical and financial envelopes, envelopes 1 and 2, one original and two duplicate copies placed in one sealed envelope. The payment process of bidding documents is Monday to Thursday, 8 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m., and on Fridays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. The bidding date for contract ID numbers 24295, 296, 297, and 24298, 2552, and 2566 is November 19, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. The cost of bidding documents for 24295 is 50,000, 24296, 50,000, 24297, 50,000, 24298, 25,000, 2552, 50,000, and 2566, 50,000. Important notice. The net financial contracting capacity or NFCC of the bidder shall be used in the eligibility processing. Prospective bidder must have a NFCC at least equal to the ABC to be procured as follows. IRR Section 23.5.2.6, NFCC is equal to current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of portions of all outstanding works under the bidder's ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts to be started, which portions coincide with the contract to be bid. Credit Credit line commitment shall no longer be accepted per GPPB Resolution Number 20 to 2013 dated July 30, 2013 and Department Order Number 37 Series of 2014 dated March 26, 2014. In the NFCC, the fixed factor of 15 shall be used in the computation of NFCC regardless of the contract duration. Another important notice, as per DO 193 series of 2016, the procuring entity shall disqualify the contractor for participating in the bidding or award of contract for infrastructure projects if his firm incurred a delay in any of his ongoing contracts, government or private, which is considered attributable to him pursuant to the provisions of IRR of RA 9184 in any of the following cases. 1. Where the firm incurred a negative slippage of at least 15% of his ongoing contract in accordance with Section 34.3.b.ii of Rule X, post-qualification of RA 9184. 2. Where the delay in the completion of work has exceeded the time duration equivalent to 10% of the specified contract time plus any approved time suspension. The same shall be subject for rescission in accordance with Section 8.4 of Annex E of RA 9184. Or 3. where the total liquidated damages has exceeded 10% of the total contract price. The same shall automatically taken over by the procuring entity or award to a qualified contractor through a negotiation in accordance with Section 8.50 of Annex E of RA 9184. Work experience in similar contracts. Prospective bidder must have done a single largest completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract to be procured and whose value at current prices is at least 50% of the ABC to be bid. For GPPB NPM number 150 to 2016, a temporary pickup certificate of license cannot substitute the requirements of submitting a valid pickup license as part of eligibility requirements. GPPB Circular Series 6 2019. The BAC is conducting the public bidding for this contract pursuant to GPPB Circular Series 6 2019, dated July 17, 2019, and Appendix 31 of 2016 Revised IRR of RA 9184, Guidelines of the Implementation of Early Procurement Activities in relation to the provisions of the Republic Act 9184 and its implementing rules and regulations. The contract shall be awarded to the lowest calculated responsive bidder or LCRB who was determined as such during post qualification. That's all for the legal and financial of the projects. Thank you. We will be showing you the electronic submission and receipt of bids.
Electronic submission and receipt of bids. This is for the efficient conduct of procurement activities during a state of calamity or implementation of community quarantine or similar restrictions, authorizing the submission and receipt of bids through electronic means or email. Our legal references for the submission of bids electronically are the Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020, GPPB Resolution Number 9, 2020, dated May 7, 2020, and the 2016 Revised IRR of RA 9184. The prospective bidders shall prepare and submit their bids electronically following the steps prescribed under with DO 87, 2020 in accordance with GPPB Resolution Number 9, 2020 as follows. The BAC Secretariat shall post the invitation to bid and bidding documents in the DPWH and PhilJEP's websites and at any conspicuous place for 7 calendar days per Section 21 of the IRR of RA 9184. Upon posting of the invitation to bid and bidding documents, the BAC Secretariat shall create the Contract ID folder in the eBid portal. This is the DPWH Electronic Bid Submission and Receipt portal. This is the Contract ID folder created by the BAC Secretariat in the eBid portal. The contractor shall purchase the bidding documents per Section 17.4 and Appendix 8 Guidelines on the Sale of Bidding Documents of the IRR of RA 9184. The applicable fee for the specific project is indicated in the invitation to bid. Prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidders shall send an email with subject official receipt for contract ID to electronicbids_R4A at dpwh.gov.ph. Attached to the said email is the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file PDF format with file name in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore official receipt dot PDF. For example, the file name of the attached PDF containing the official receipt of the contractor with pickup ID number 12345 who intends to participate in the bidding of contract ID number 21D00001 shall be 12345 underscore 21D00001 underscore official receipt dot PDF. Further, the email subject would be official receipt for 21D00001. This is the confirmation of the electronically submitted official receipt. An email shall be received by a prospective bidder confirming its successful submission of the official receipt. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. This is the folder of the OR received in the eBid portal. This is the OR submitted by the contractor received in the eBid portal. Upon submission of electronic proof of purchase of bidding documents or the OR, the contractor may now send its electronic bid with file name format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid.zip or .rar or .7z with email subject format bid submission for contract ID. Its bid must be in a password-protected archive format and shall contain two password-protected archive files, the technical and financial proposal. This is an acknowledgement receipt email that will be received by the contractor upon submission of its bid. This is the folder submitted in the eBid portal. Similar to manual submission, prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in two file folders, each for the technical and financial components. The file name of the technical and financial components folders should be in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore technical and pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore financial. Subsequently, each of the technical and financial components file folders shall be compressed, password protected, and named in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore technical.zip or .rar or .7z and pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore financial.zip or .rar or .7z respectively. Each file contained in the technical and financial components file folders shall be in PDF format, either scanned or exported, published, with file name in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore descriptive file name .pdf. The compressed archive file folders of the technical and financial components shall be compiled in a password-protected compressed archive main file folder with file name in the format pickup underscore contract ID underscore bid. In case the total file size of the main archive file folder is more than the allowable size of an attachment, per email of the prospective bidder's email service provider, they shall need to split its electronic bid into two or more password-protected compressed archive main file folders. The email submitting the prospective bidder's electronic bid should have a subject in the format bid submission for contract ID. In case of multiple compressed archive main file folders, it shall be submitted in multiple emails, each with subject in the format bid submission 1/2 for contract ID, bid submission 2/2 for contract ID. If a bidder wishes to modify its electronic bid, he may do so following the procedures in the manual submission of bid, or he may choose to submit his modification electronically in the same format prescribed in the preparation and submission of an electronic bid, except that the subject of the email submitting the bid modification shall be labeled Bid Modification X for Contract ID, where X represents the number of bid modifications submitted. For example, the subject of an email submitting a first bid modification for contract ID number 21D00001 should be bid modification 1 for 21D00001. This is the same in the prescribed format in the preparation and submission of electronic bid, except that the bid modification main archive file folder shall be labeled as pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid modification underscore x dot zip or dot rar or dot 7z. In case a prospective bidder that have purchased a bidding document decided not to participate, he may choose to submit his letter of non-participation manually or electronically. In case of electronic submission, the contractor shall send an email with the subject non-participation for contract ID with the letter of non-participation as attachment with file name pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore non-participation.pdf. This email should be sent to electronicbids underscore R4A at dpwh.gov.ph before the deadline for bid submission. Bids may only be withdrawn prior the deadline for bid submission. In case of withdrawal of an electronic bid, the bidder shall send an email with the subject bid withdrawal for contract ID and the letter of bid withdrawal in PDF format with file name pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid withdrawal.pdf shall be attached. This email should be sent to electronicbids underscore R4A at dpwh.gov.ph before the deadline for bid submission. The box secretariat shall close the contract ID folder in eBid portal on the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. This is the closed contract ID folder in the eBid portal. The box secretariat shall download the bids from the eBid portal to the local computer. Only during the actual opening of bids shall the bidder disclose the passwords for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. In all cases, the bidders will have only 3 attempts or 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. The bidder may also be subjected to the three-strike policy as warranted by the circumstances. If the bidder chooses to disclose the password through phone call, he should make sure that the contact numbers as recorded in the Civil Works application are open when the bank calls to ask for the password. The bidder may also choose to call the back number during the bid opening time and wait for the opening of his bid for him to disclose the password. For online call, video calls, the bidder may call the back messenger account. If the bidder chooses to attend the bid opening through online conference, the bidder should join the meeting using the given link. If the bidder chooses to disclose the passwords through writing, the letters for password 1, main file folder, technical component file folder, and password 2, financial component file folder, should be enclosed in separate envelopes with the sender details such as AMO, bidder name, and address. Address to the back chairperson with the details of the bidding such as contract ID, contract name, bid opening date and time. Signed and sealed with a remark, password 1 or 2. Do not open before actual bid opening date and time. All electronic bids, password-protected compressed archive main file folders shall be opened first for the opening of the technical component compressed archive file folders. This shall be followed by the opening of the bids submitted manually for the opening of the technical component envelopes. The same procedures apply for the financial component compressed archive file folders and financial component envelopes. The back secretariat shall open the financial proposal archive file. Notes and reminders for the contractors in the preparation and submission of bids. Only bidders with system-accepted proof of payment shall be allowed to submit their electronic bids, which shall not be beyond the deadline specified for the submission of bids. An email shall also be received by a prospective bidder in instances where their sent email related to the submission of electronic OR of purchase of the bidding documents if it has incorrect subject contract ID, which means that a corresponding folder with the same contract ID does not exist in the eBid portal, if it has no attachment, if it has an attachment but is not in the prescribed format, if it has more than one attachment, or if it was received after the deadline of bid submission. For the foregoing cases, the prospective bidders should rectify or correct the noted deficiencies to comply with the requirements for its electronic bid to be accepted. The bidders must submit their electronic bid using the registered email address in the Civil Works application. In case prospective bidders are not yet registered in the CWA, they can use any email address subject to the verification of the back secretariat. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files, folders, and archives shall be JV-pickup ID of the lead member. If a bidder chooses to submit an electronic bid, the same bidder can no longer submit a bid manually for the same contract and vice versa. Bid modification can be submitted electronically or manually, regardless of the manner by which the original bid was submitted. If a bidder submitted modifications both electronically and manually for a specific contract, the submission with the latest official date and time of receipt shall prevail. The submitted official receipt of purchase of bidding documents shall include the correct and complete names of the contractors who will submit their bids. Notes and reminders for the receipt of bids. An auto-reply email shall be sent to acknowledge receipt of electronic bids in instances where an email is sent with incorrect subject contract ID, which means that a corresponding folder with the same contract ID does not exist in the EBID portal. Without any attachment, with attachment that is not in the prescribed format, with more than one attachment, or submitted after the deadline. An auto-reply email shall also be sent regarding withdrawal of bid, non-participation, and if the bidder has yet to submit proof of purchase of bidding documents or the official receipt. Emails with more than one attachment with invalid subject contract ID and unrecognized transactions shall be automatically moved to the unidentified documents subfolder in the procuring entity's main folder in the EBID portal. This is the unidentified documents folder in the EBID portal. The following shall not be accepted by the EBID portal. Submission of bid without initially submitting the proof of purchase of bidding documents or the official receipt. Submission of bid after the deadline, and submission of proof of purchase of bidding documents after the deadline. Notes and reminders for the opening of bids. For a hybrid system of submission where electronic and manual bids were received for a particular contract, electronic bids must be opened first before the manual bids. If a bidder committed typographical errors in the submission of electronic bid or attached files in the wrong format, the bid shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The BAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or improperly compressed or password-protected folder or for its premature opening. If an electronic bid or file was found to be damaged and could not be extracted or opened, the bid shall be considered failed. Notes and reminders for non-participation and bid withdrawal. In case of non-participation and withdrawal of bids, the BAC Secretariat shall check the letters of non-participation, bid withdrawal received in the dedicated email address and is stored in the EBID portal, and shall observe the provisions under Section 26.2 of the IRR of RA 9184 and DO 17 Series of 2015.
Okay, thank you. So before we continue, may I know with procurement kung may interested bidder on-site or online attending for civil works? Okay, wala po. Sige po. So for our viewers who are interested to join our civil works procurement activities, uh, for any of the matters discussed today, you may submit a written request for clarification or inquiry within 3 days. And the BAC will issue a bid bulletin in response to said written queries received within 7 days through a bid bulletin to be posted on the DPWH website and other sites as mandated by our guidelines. Okay? So, excuse na po yung ating members coming from the civil works area, including our resource persons. Thank you very much po. So, acknowledge ko lang po yung ating mga interested suppliers attending via Zoom for the pre-bid conference for the supply of goods and services, particularly heavy equipment. KMB Truck Parts Enterprises, JPLC Trading. Dalawa lang. Okay, so 2 representatives from JPLC Trading. Okay, sige po. We may continue with the pre-bid conference for goods and services. For the others po, you are already excused. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Engineer Jarish from Equipment Management Division. So, for corrective maintenance of trash steamer with DPCN K501 with contract ID number 24G D00016. For the schedule of requirements, the delivery schedule expressed as weeks, months, stipulates hereafter a delivery date which is the date of delivery to the project site. For the delivery period, 90 calendar day upon receipt of approved notice to receive. To proceed, please fill out the name of the bidder company, signature over printed name of representative, and the designation. For the description and quantity, I will discuss it in the technical specifications. For legal and technical requirements, for bid data sheet, ITB Clause 5.3, for this purpose, contract similar to the project shall be corrective maintenance of trash skimmer completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Subcontracting is not allowed. For ITB Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. For Clause 12, the price of the goods shall be quoted DDP or DPWH Regional Office for Ikan Lubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapan, City of Calamba, Laguna. For Clause 14.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC, 37,769 pesos and 16 centavos. If bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. Or the amount of not less than 5% of ABC, 94,422 and 90 centavos if bid security is not in certified. ITB Clause 4.2, bids must be valid for 120 calendar days upon opening of bids. ITB Clause 15, each bidder shall submit one original and two copies of the first technical and second financial components of its bid sealed in one envelope. Clause 19.3, total ABC is 1,888,458 pesos. Clause 20.2, no other licenses and permits required. Clause 21.2, no additional contract documents required. Special conditions of contract. Clause number 1, the procuring entity is Department of Public Works and Highways through the Bids and Awards Committee. The funding source is the FY 2024 Engineering and or Overhead in 108,458 pesos. The project site is the Public Works and Regional Office Navi, Lubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapan, City of Calamba, Laguna. The project schedule are defined in section 6 Schedule of Requirements. The procuring entities and address notices is Department of Public Works and Highways, and attention to Director Joel F. Limpenko, Assistant Regional Director, B. Bach Chairperson. The effectivity of the contract is defined in section 6 Schedule of Requirements. In clause number 2, payment using LLC is not allowed. Clause number 4, the inspections and tests that will be conducted regular inspection during the replacement of hydraulic hose fitting 1/2 by 40-inch, apply tread sealant, refill of hydraulic oil, installation of new air conditioning unit, repair of conveyor screen, repair of conveyor frame guide, repair of electronic system, repair of computer box, repair of circuit boards, repair of magnetic switch, calibration of sensors, clean contact points, repair of harness wires, rewrap and secure wiring harness, replacement of 4D battery. Please fill out the name of the bidder company, signature overprinted name of representative, and the designation. For financial proposal, for contract ID 24G D00060, corrective maintenance of trash skimmer with DPCN K501. The date of the bid opening will be November 19, 2024, 10 o'clock a.m. For the replacement of hydraulic hose fitting, quantity is 50. Installation of new air conditioning unit, quantity is 1. 1 unit of repair of conveyor screen, 1 unit of repair of conveyor frame guide, 1 unit of repair of electronic system, 1 unit of repair of magnetic switch, 1 unit of repair of harness wires, and 2 unit of replacement of 4D battery. Please, the total in figures and words in price validity, name and the signature of bidder, address, telephone, mobile, price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines. It shall be submitted with the bid if bidder is offering goods from within the Philippines. Please fill out the name of the bidder, project ID number, and the page numbers. For the item 1, description, country of origin. For item 4 is quantity. 5, unit and price, EXW per item. 6, transportation and all other costs incidental to delivery per item. 7, sales and other taxes payable if contract is awarded per item. 8, cost of incidental services if applicable per item. 9, total price per unit. 10. Total price delivered final destination. Please fill out the name, legal capacity, signature duly authorized to sign the bid for and behalf of. For the price schedule for goods offered from abroad, it shall be submitted with the bid if bidder is offering goods from abroad. For item 1 and 2 description, 3 country of origin, 4 quantity, 5 unit of CIF port of entry or specify port of CIP name place, 6 total CIF or CIP price per item, 7 unit price delivered duty unpaid, 8 unit price delivered duty paid, 9 total price delivered. Please fill the name, legal capacity, signature duly authorized to sign the bid for and behalf of. For the checklist and technical and financial documents, for documents, for legal documents, valid PLGE, valid PLJEPs. Note, all legal documents indicated in the said certificate must be current and updated. For technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to the bid, and statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided for in section 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 269184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents. And original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, equals a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, and action delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales parts if applicable. An original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, if applicable, original notarized secretary certification in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. For Class B document, if applicable, a duly or signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Other documentary requirements under RE number 9184 as applicable for foreign bidders claiming by a reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights of Filipinos, or certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product. Certification from DTI if the bid entity for financial component envelope, financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules. For delivery period, 90 calendar days. And deadline for submission of bids is November 19, 2024 until 10 a.m.
Good morning, everyone. I am Engineer Kristen from the Equipment Management Division. Let me discuss the next contract here, which will be for the quarterly corrective predictive maintenance for this regional office equipment fleet. Contract ID number 24GD00017. Here is the schedule of requirements. The delivery schedule expressed as weeks. Months stipulates hereafter a delivery date, which is the date of delivery to the project site. So we have here the item, the description, quantity, the total, and the delivery weeks and months, which I will discuss the description and the technical specifications. Okay. Here, so we have to put here the name of the bidder or the company, signature over printed name of representative, and the designation. Here are the legal and technical requirements. The data sheet ITB clause 5.3. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project predictive maintenance for equipment fleet be completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. ITB clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. ITB clause 12, the price of the goods shall be quoted DDP or DPWH Regional Office for A Canlubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna. ITB clause 14.1, the bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC 139,705 pesos and 25 cents. If bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit or the amount of not less than 5% of ABC, which amounts to 349 pesos and 349,263 pesos and 11 cents if bid security is in surety bond. ITB clause 14.2, bids must be valid for 120 calendar days upon opening of bids. ITB clause 15, each bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the first technical and second financial components of its bid sealed in one envelope. ITB clause 19.3, the total ABC is 6,985,262 pesos and 17 cents. ITB clause 20.2, no other licenses and permits required. ITB clause 21.2, no additional contract documents required. Special conditions of the contract. GCC clause 1, the procuring entity is the committee or back. The funding source is the fiscal year 2024 engineering and administrative overhead current in the amount of 6,985,262 pesos and 17 cents. The project site is Department of Public Works and Highways, Regional Office 4A, Canlubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna. The project schedule are defined in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements. The procuring entity's address for notices is Department of Public Works and Highways. Attention to Director Joel F. Lempenco, Director 3, Assistant Regional Director, back chairperson. The effectivity of the contract is defined in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements. Special conditions of contract. GCC clause 2, payment using LC is not allowed. GCC clause 4, the inspection and test of goods. Here is the technical specifications. Item number 1, complete description, Toyota Hilux 2010 4x2 MT with an engine number of 2KD7869334 chassis MR0E S12G2 with the plate number SKC980 drafting matte film. Under this is the 3SM battery, drive belt, main control door lock repair or outside repair, stud nut, cross joint, pressing of cross joint, outside repair. Item number 2 is for the fleet description, Toyota Hilux 2010 4x2 MT, engine number 2KD7871744 with the plate number SKC991. We have here injector oil seal, main door power lock switch repair, outside repair, 3SM battery, installation of injector oil seal, outside repair, aircon maintenance. outside repair. Third is for the Toyota Hilux 2010 4x2 MT with an engine number 2KD7871739 with a plate number SKC979. We have here a wheel tire, 235 by 70 R15, camber alignment and tire mounting outside repair. Aircon repair, air compressor magnetic clutch replacement outside repair. Timing belt and tensioner. Refacing of brake drum and fittings of brake shoe outside repair. Suction control bar, SCV. Power take off and calibration for suction control valve outside repair. Next is for the Isuzu Crosswind with an engine number 4JA1M57924A with the plate number SAB6201. We have here a main door power lock switch repair, outside repair, radiator assembly, 3SM battery, clutch assembly including lining and pressure plate, steering wheel assembly, repair of starter contact point, and brush pole computer outside repair. Drive belt inclusion, including alternator belt, headlight bulb, LED light, high beam, headlight bulb, LED light, low beam, replacement of tint outside repair. Next is for the Isuzu Crosswind 2016 4x2 MT with a plate number of SAB6202. Items here are primary clutch booster, 3S battery, headlight bulb, LED light, high beam, headlight bulb, LED light, low beam, pressure of shock absorber bushing, outside repair, transmission sleeve. Next is for the Isuzu Crosswind 2016 4x2 MT with a plate number STP6199. 3SM battery, replacement of aircon filter dryer, filter receiver and expansion valve, stud nut. Next is for the Ford Ranger 2010 4x2 MT with the plate number SKM111. Items under here are main door power lock switch repair, outside repair, flasher relay, front wheel bearing, pressing and greasing front wheel bearing, propeller center bearing, pressing and installation of propeller center bearing, drive belt, 3SM battery, and stud nut. Next is for the Ford Ranger 2010 4x2 MT with the plate number SKA351. Aircon maintenance, outside repair, heater plug, crankshaft sensor, hydrovac, secondary clutch booster, primary clutch booster. Next is for the Ford Ranger 2010 4x2 MT with the plate number SKA361. We have drive belt, alternator, air compressor, heater plug, 3SM battery, timing belt and tensioner, transmission harness, transmission ECU, output sensor, installation of the electronic sensor and electrical rewiring for transmission harness, crankshaft sensor. Next is for the Ford Ranger 2010 4x2 MT with the plate number SKA381. We have aircon maintenance, outside repair, drive belt set including alternator compressor belt, wheel tire 265 per 70 R16, camber alignment and tire mounting, outside repair. Next is for the Mitsubishi L300FB 2017 4x2 MT. We have with a plate number of B1-K14 outside repair, 80 amp fuse and 3SM battery. Next is for the Isuzu D-Max 2017 4x4 MT, plate number SGD218. We have replaced window switch motor, outside repair, wheel tire 275 per 60 R16, outside repair. Next is for the Nissan Frontier 2007 4x2 MT with the plate number SGS817. We have here drive belt set including alternator compressor belt. Next is for 1994 by 2 MT with the plate number SED 999. Items under here are reconditioning of steering wheel gearbox, including replacement of oil seal, under chassis components replacement, including pressing of support bushing, transmission sleeve, pressing and installation of sleeve, outside repair. Next is for the Toyota Hilux 2009 4x2 MT within plate number SKC 985. You have here the wheel tire 235 per 70 R15, tire mounting, camber alignment, and installation of wheel weights, rack and pinion assembly. This is for the Toyota Hilux 2009 4x2 MT with a plate number SKC 976. We have fuel fed pump, suction control valve, power take-off and calibration for suction control valve, aircon repair, including pressure line leak test, evaporator checking, air compressor check, and others. We have here injector calibration, upper and lower ball joint, drive belts, alternator belt, radiator assembly, hydrovac assembly, oil pan drain plug, crankshaft oil seal, front and rear, top overhauling of unit, outside. Next, we have the Ford Raptor 2021 4x480 with a plate number C4-497 and C4-A781. We have battery, DIN80, automatic transmission fluid, high viscosity, tire mounting, camber alignment, and installation of wheel weights, outside repair. Next, we have the Ford Ranger Wild Truck 2021 4x280 with a plate number C3Y777 and C4A875. We have the items under here are battery, DIN74, and automatic transmission fluid, high viscosity. Next is the Isuzu NPR drop side truck 2017 with a plate number SAB6195. Items under here are reconditioning of brake components, replacement of brake hose, cleaning and replacement of brake sensor and switch, brake shoe, wheel tire 7x R16, radiator assembly. Next is for the Toyota Hilux 2.8 Conquest 2023 4x480 with plate number Z03264, S9S461, and Z0-A228. Items under here are battery 375LN3-MF and automatic transmission fluid with low viscosity. Next is for the Mitsubishi Strada GLS 2.4D 2WD80 with a plate number Y1N934, Y1S982, and Y1S986. Items under here are the battery 95D31L and automatic transmission fluid, low viscosity. Next is the Isuzu Boom Truck 2019 with a plate number D1E280. Items cleaning and replacement of brake sensor and switch, brake shoe, wheel tire 7x R16, repair of front lip spring, passenger side, outside repair. Next is for the Mitsubishi Strada GLS 2.4D 2WD80 with the plate number Y1Z061. We have wheel tire 265/60R18, camber alignment, and tire mounting. Next is for the Toyota Hilux 2.8 Conquest 2023 4x480. The plate number Z08117. Items are tire 65 R18, and installation weight 7L. Next is for the Toyota 20 S50. We have 200 R18, tire mounting, camera alignment, and weights. Next is for the Toyota Hilux 2.8 FX M Okay, I'm really sorry. The connection was lost. So here, let me proceed. Just give me a few moments. Let me continue. Now we have the Toyota Innova 2.5J DSLMT 2016. We have with the number NBW7194. We have wheel tire 205 per 65 R16. Tire mounting, camber alignment, and installation of wheel weights, outside repair. Aircon maintenance, outside repair. Next, we have the Mitsubishi Strada GLS 2.4D to WDAP with a plate number Y1D034. We have the battery 95D31L. Next is the Mitsubishi Strada GS 2.4D WD80 with a plate number Y1W030. We have the items battery 95D31L and installation of the new cover. Next, we have the Ford Ranger DBL 3.2L 2015 4x4 MT with plate number ARA1560. Items here are wheel tire 2.5 per 60 R18, clutch assembly including lining and pressure plate, release bearing, shifting sleeve, engine tune-up, outside repair, injector calibration, outside repair, tire mounting, camber alignment and installation of wheel weights, outside repair, and aircon maintenance, outside repair. Next, we have the miscellaneous items, which is windshield wiper 18 inches and 20 inches, park light bulb, brake light bulb, automatic transmission fluid exchanger machine with power flash and ATF chain. We should put here the name of the bidder or company, signature printed of representative, and this one. Okay. Okay. Let me continue. We have to put here the name of the bidder or company, signature or print the name of the and the designation. Next is the financial proposal. As mentioned earlier, here we have to put the contract with contract ID number 2417. Name of project is quarter proposal and price schedule for goods of date of bid opening, which is November 19, 2024. And so we should have to put here the script unit and peso total cost. Okay, we have here the list of items. After that, we have to make sure that we have to put that total in words and figures. The signature of bidder, telephone, mobile number. Here for the price source offered within the list shall be submitted with the bid if bidder is offering goods from the Philippines. We have to put the bid project ID number page. Here we have column 1 the item, column 2 is the description, column 3 is country of origin, column 4 is the quantity, Column 5 is the unit per item. Column 6 is the transportation and also 3 per item. Column is others. If contract is the total price per unit per column 5, 6, 7, 8. We have here column 10 is the total price delivered to the final destination. Sign the bid for and behalf of. For price, this is the price schedule for goods offered from abroad shall be submitted with a bid if bidder is offering goods from abroad. You have to put the name of the bidder, project ID number, and page. So we have column 1 item, column 2 description, column 3 country, column 4 quantity, column 5 unit price, CIF port of entry, specify the port, or CIP name place, specify border point or place of destination. Column 6 is total unit price delivered, duty paid or duty unpaid. Column 8 is unit price delivered, duty paid. Column 9 is total price delivered, DDP. You have to put here the name, legal capacity, signature, and duly authorized signed bid for and behalf of. With regards to the checklist of technical and financial documents, it will be the same as discussed by the previous present. Next, we have the delivery period, which should be 90 calendar days. And the deadline for submission of the bids is November 19, 2024 until 10 a.m. Thank you very much. And we have the next presenter.
Uh, Good morning. Next is the purchase of double cab station. This was requested by the QAHD. Contract ID number is 24GD00018. For section 6, schedule of requirements. For the description, I will be discussing this at the technical specification. Now, kindly fill out the name of the bidder or company, signature over printed name of representative, and the designation. Next is the legal and technical requirements. Bid data sheet, ITB clause 5.3. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be: A. Purchase the double cab stake truck, boom truck, and pickup truck to be used in site inspection and transport of Equipment Management Division. B. Completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. In clause ITB clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. ITB clause 12, the price of goods shall be quoted DDP. DPWH Regional Office 4A Canlubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna. ITB clause 14.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid security securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. A. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC or 310,236.67 pesos if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank drop or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. Or B, the amount of not less than 5% of ABC or 775,591.67 if bid security is in surety bond. ITB clause 14.2, bids must be valid for 120 120 calendar days upon opening of bids. ITB each year make 1 and 2 copies of the first 3 is 15,511,803 pesos. ITB Okay. I will be repeating the in special condition of contract, GCC Clause 1, the the procuring entity is the Department of Public Works and Highways. For notice, the Department of Public Works and Highways attention to the back person, Joel F. Flinco, the third assistant regional F, the F is next. Sorry, our connection was lost. Again. Okay. Again. For the for the technical specification, uh, for the double cabs CC emission vehicle 4,000 to 4,000 is forward and 1 rate and 3 back to the of 100 kilograms and 400 horsepower micron ratio to 40 p.m. The holding capacity of water per liter, 1 quart capacity, fittings, mountings, and hose clip includes Okay. For the technical specification for the double cab stake truck, I will continue. Cargo body size is minimum of 40 millimeters. Color is white with DPWH logo. Technical specification for the boom truck. Engine with 125 to 130 horsepower. Torque up to 219 Newton meter. Displacement up to 3000 cc. Cylinder is 4-cylinder diesel engine. Emission standard Euro 5. Transmission is 5-speed manual transmission. GVW is 7,200 to 7,400 kilogram. Fuel tank capacity is 100 liters. Color white with DPWH logo. Crane specification. Maximum lifting moment is 68 kilonewton meter. Maximum lifting capacity is 3,500 kilogram at 2.1 meter. Maximum hook height is 12.3 meters. Maximum working radius is 10 meter lift at 350 kilogram. Boom length outrigger is hydraulic extension. Maximum pressure of hydraulic system is 20 megapascal. Crane weight is with minimum of 1,415 kilogram for 200 to 400 horsepower. Sub-micron filtration removes moisture down up to 40 ppm. Dirt holding capacity up to 1/2 pound. Water separator 1 quart capacity. Fittings, mounting bracket and fuel hose. Ball valves and hose clip. That includes minimum of 4 extra element. For the technical specifications of the pickup truck 4x4, rated power output is with maximum of 200 to 220 PS at maximum 38 RPM. Engine type is 2 to 2.2 liters, 2.2 liter diesel 4x4. Engine displacement is 1,800 to 2,000 cc. Max torque up to 500 Newton meter at 1,750 to 2,000 RPM. Number of cylinder, 4 cylinders, 16 valve. Fuel capacity is in minimum of 70 liters with all standard attachment and accessories. All vehicles shall be registered with LTO in favor of DPWH with included comprehensive insurance. Kindly fill out the name of bidder or company, signature, overprinting, representative, and the designation. For the financial proposal, same with the previous presenter po. So hindi pala. For contract ID number 24GD00018, name of project is the purchase of double cab stake truck, boom truck, and pickup truck to be used in site inspection and transport of equipment management division, this region. So date of bid opening is on November 19, 2024, 10 a.m. Kindly put the total price in words and in figures, then fill out the price validity, name and signature of bidder, the address, telephone or mobile number, name of representative, the representative signature. Next is the price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines. Shall be submitted with the bid if bidder is offering goods from within the Philippines. Fill out the name of bidder, project ID number, then page. In column number 1, the item. 2, description. Column number 5, unit price, EXW per item. 6 is the transportation and all other costs incidental to delivery per item. Column number 7 is the sales and other taxes payable if contract is awarded per item. 8 is cost of incidental services if applicable per item. Column number 9 is the total price per unit, or column or the sum of columns 5, 6, 7, and 8, or column 9 multiplied by column 4. Also, kindly fill out the name, legal capacity, signature, and duly authorized to sign the bid for and behalf of. Next is price schedule for goods offered from abroad. Shall be submitted with the bid if bidder is offering goods from abroad. Fill out the name of bidder, project ID number, and page. In column number 1, item, column number 2, description, is unit price, CIF, port of entry, or CIP name place. 6 is total CIF or CIP price per item. 7 is unit price. 8. So kindly fill out also the name, legal capacity, signature, duly authorized to sign the bid for and behalf of. Next is the checklist of technical and financial documents. This is same with the previous presenter. So I'll skip this na po. Next is the delivery period is 90 calendar days. And deadline for submission of bid. That's all. Thank you po.
We have all the matters been discussed already. Procurement.
Attorney, okay na po. Attorney, okay na po.
Sige po. So, from today, we have, dali pa, lumipat lang ako. Magsisita. Okay. So from today, we have 3 days to receive any written request for clarifications or queries from our interested suppliers on any of the matters discussed for pre-bid today regarding the procurement activities for goods and services. And once again, the BAC will have 7 days to issue a bid bulletin in response to any queries or clarifications received within the timeline designated. Okay, and since there is no other matter left in the agenda of the BAC for this morning, we are temporarily suspending our procurement activities, and we will resume later at 1:30 for the contract for consultancy services. Yun lang po, lunch break po muna tayo. Thank you very much.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Thank you.